It looks like there might be a little bank of fog that's keeping me from getting in there. I see myself being able to get in there on the north side. Looks like I can get in there okay, so that's what we're going to do. Just almost exactly 11 hours of flying over the last 2 days. We're kind of racing a thunderstorm. It's not, I guess, a group of thunderstorms that have formed in Northern California. So kind of a fun flight for me this weekend.
Medford,
I'm going to be
traffic King 121 my Foxtrot, turning final 32 Medford.
Going to be flying first to Homedale, which is near Boise, to meet up with my buddy Evan Brunier. Evan he was the gentleman who did the build assist with me on 3755 Golf, and great guy. I always look forward to meeting up with Evan. Very knowledgeable, talented, and just an all-around good dude. So we're going to do our annual condition inspection on 55 Golf. And then after the condition inspection, assuming that we're able to knock it all down today, I'm going to be meeting with him in Homedale at 8 o'clock this morning. And if we were able to take care of everything, no squawks, no issues that require any extra time or extra days, then I'm going to take off later this evening and fly into Provo, Utah, and meet up with two of my kids. One of them's going to school there, and the other one is starting her career there, so I'm looking forward to seeing those two as well, and then just kind of spend the weekend with them, and then back to Medford. So welcome along. Medford area traffic. Sling 3755 Golf is taking runway 32, straight out departure to the north, Medford. So I'm not departing completely to the north. I'm going to be turning to the east, but
Medford traffic, Skywest 6341, Gate 1 Alpha at the terminal, pushing back. Going to be taxiing to runway 32 via Alpha shortly.
I'm going to get some altitude before I turn to the east, just because the foothills to my east are it's rising terrain, and so I'll depart and go a few miles north before I make my turn. All right, clear on final. Clear on the left. 32 has been verified. Lights are lit up. Last plane that departed, the lights went out just as he was rolling out. All right, full takeoff speed is set and achieved. Engine gauges are alive and cross-checked. There's 55, and we'll rotate. Try to build up some speed. If we get to 90, we'll get our positive rate. There's 90, positive rate of climb. Everything looks good. 550. There's 600 feet parachutes available. We'll dial back our thrust a little bit here. So here we are at 17,500 feet. I've got my supplemental oxygen because in this aircraft, since it's not pressurized, once I get above 12,500, if I'm going to be above 12,500 for more than a half an hour, supplement my oxygen. So I've got that going. All right, we are descending into Homedale. I'm monitoring Salt Lake Center, just listening to traffic. Got kind of a scattered or broken layer, I guess I'd call it a broken layer, of clouds right below us. We're descending through 15,400 right now. kind of a slow descent. I decided to go about 300 feet a minute. Just keeps my speed up. I'm cruising at 158 knots. 174 knots over the ground, so 200 miles an hour. And I think the flight, by the time we're all finished, it'll be about an hour and 40 minutes. Evan will be getting there right about the same time I will. Been a great flight, beautiful, smooth. I've got the sun right on my nose almost right now, closer to about 1 o'clock, but it's just really been a peaceful, nice start to a weekend of what I hope to be a lot of fun and good flying. All right, we're almost to Homedale, returning 5-5 Golf to where she was created.
Dragging you up.
Or at least put together. We're about 7 miles out. Descending through 3,800 and our pattern altitude's 3,200. Another 600 feet to go. A little bit of low-lying fog there, which isn't surprising. It's Homedale Airport is right along the Snake River, and so they do get these foggy mornings through this time of year and really throughout the winter. Homedale traffic, Sling 5-5 Golf is 3 miles west, inbound for left downwind, runway 31, Homedale. Yeah, it looks like there might be a little bank of fog that's keeping you from getting in there. Homedale traffic, Sling 5-5 Golf is entering left downwind for runway 31, Homedale. I don't see myself being able to get in there.
Traffic sky 20365, 3 to the west of the field, 5,700, eastbound for Boise. Okay.
Homedale traffic, Sling 5-5 Golf is overflying the field and going to enter a left downwind for runway 13, Homedale. Yeah, it's all foggy on the south side, but the north side looks like I can get in there okay, so that's what we're going to do. Homedale traffic, Sling 3755 Golf is entering the left downwind for runway 13, Homedale. Alright, we're abeam the numbers. There's no winds at all, so either runway is really fine. Homedale traffic, Sling 3755 Golf is left base, runway 13, Homedale.
Got it. Weezer traffic, 130 Bravo Sierra is 8 miles out to the east, inbound for landing Weezer. 30 straight in.
Homedale traffic, Sling 55 Golf, short final, runway 13, Homedale. All right, so here we are in Homedale. It is 4 o'clock. I landed at, I want to say it was 8:20, about 8:20, 8:25. And Evan and I went hard and got the annual condition report, or condition inspection. And everything looked good, no squawks to speak of. And so off to Provo now. 4 o'clock, I'm probably going to be in the air here in about the next 15 minutes or so. Should be in Provo by 6:30. So anyway, we'll pick back up on takeoff, on rollout, and then head to Provo. Homedale traffic, Sling 55 Golf is taking runway 13 Homedale. And I'll be departing to the south, Homedale. All right, bringing in full power. Full takeoff power is set and achieved. Engine gauges are green, airspeed is alive. And there's 55. Rotate. And climb out. Trim for 90. Homedale traffic, Sling 55 Golf is departing runway 13 to the south, last call Homedale. Alright, there's 90. Dial our manifold pressure back a little bit here. Stay at 90. And that's a good climb rate. Alright. Alright, so here we are at 17,500 again. It's 4:30, 4:35 to be exact. We're 282 miles from Provo. We should be there in about an hour and a half.
Send pilots request to maintain 16,000, the Sun Valley altimeter 3007.
07, 16,000, flight 474, thank you.
I picked up flight following because I'm going to be flying into much busier airspace on this leg, so just figured it'd be a good idea to have it, and it's just kind of nice having flight following anyway.
Salt Lake, Southwest 16-78350, descending 290.
Southwest 1670 Salt Lake Center, descend via the Spud 4, arrival landing east, Boise altimeter 2998.
Descend via Spud 4 east, landing 2998, Southwest 1670.
It was great catching up with Evan. Evan's just amazing. He's so talented. He knows this airplane like the back of his hand. So we were able to get through that inspection really pretty quickly. It was just nice getting to talk to him about what's going on with him, with his family. Just a really good guy. It's in general aviation, just get to meet some of the best people around. Salt of the earth people, people with vision, people that want to accomplish and do things, and so anyway, and Evan's one of those guys. So I'm expecting a pretty uneventful flight. Been a little bit choppier here, just that's to be expected. Getting a little bit later in the day, there's some, not really build up, but a few cumulus clouds. Just off to my right, my 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. But they're lower than me, so I think we're clear of any clouds. I don't think we're going to really run into any weather at all on the way into Provo. Okay, we've just begun our descent into Provo. Got a little bit of a shortcut. I'm flying over the restricted areas just outside of Wendover right now because they're only restricted below 10,000. Although I am descending, right now I'm descending through 17,000. I'll be outside the restricted area by the time I get down to 10,000. So That worked out really nice. Probably cut off 10 minutes of my flight. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be arriving in Provo about 6:05. Haven't been able to pick up the weather in Provo yet. I'm still a ways out, flying at 17,000 feet. When I'm descending, I typically descend at 500 feet a minute. And so, it takes a while to get down. Provo sits at 4,500 feet in elevation. So our pattern altitude's 5,500. And so we're descending through 16,500 for 5,500. All right, well, getting bounced around a little bit coming into Provo. We've, I don't know if you can see the mountains off my left shoulder. It looks like maybe you can from up there. Just getting some of that mechanical turbulence.
Radar service terminated. Unit squawk VFR frequency change approved.
See if I can pick up the weather in Provo here.
NOTAMs, Provo DME out of service. Use caution, bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, you have information Charlie. Provo Airport information Charlie, 2256 Zulu weather. Wind 360 at 5.
Charlie's old. It's, they are past due.
One Uniform Victor, saw your approach squawk 0304.
That's an hour and 5 minutes old, so see if we can pick it up again here in a minute.
5. Temperature 23, check density altitude, dew point -1, altimeter 3001. Runway 31 in use. Expect visual approach. VFR departures, advise ground control direction of flight.
55 Golf, did you pick up the weather at Provo? Delta showing current now.
I've got Charlie, but I'll have Delta for you in just a moment. 55 Golf.
55 Golf, traffic, get your 2 o'clock, 3 miles northeastbound, 8,000 indicated, tap unknown.
No contact, we're looking. 55 Golf.
105. Temperature 23, check density altitude, dew point -1, altimeter 3001. Runway 31 in use. Expect visual approach. VFR departures, advise ground control direction of flight. Traffic pattern restrictions are in effect. NOTAMs, Provo DME out of service. Use caution, bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial contact, you have information Charlie.
They're still saying
Charlie. Party to Delta 2356 Zulu weather. Wind 340 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 24, check density altitude. Dew point -1, altimeter 3000. Landing and departing runway 31. Expect visual approach. Traffic pattern restrictions are in effect. VFR departures advise ground control direction of flight. NOTAMs, Provo DME out of service. Use caution, bird activity vicinity of the airport.
55 Golf, that traffic, 2 o'clock, 2 miles, turn eastbound, 74 indicated.
Still looking. 55 Golf.
Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 24, check density altitude. Dew point -1, altimeter 3000. Landing and departing runway 31. Expect visual approach. Traffic pattern restrictions are in effect. VFR departures advise ground control direction of flight. NOTAMs, Provo DME out of service. Use caution, bird activity vicinity of the airport.
55 Golf has traffic in sight, no factor.
55 Golf, additional in traffic, 2 o'clock, 4 miles northbound to Mooney, 95.
All right, looking for that new traffic. 55 Golf.
Dew point -.
I can't get my weather.
Traffic, 10 o'clock, 3 miles eastbound, experimental, 8,000.
Traffic pattern restrictions are in effect. VFR departures advise ground control direction of flight. NOTAMs, Provo DME out of service. Use caution, bird activity vicinity of the airport. Advise you have Delta.
So I've got my weather. Looks like we're landing runway 31. I'm just going to point straight towards Provo for now. Other traffic. There's tons of traffic over Utah Lake. There's a flight school in Provo connected with Utah Valley University, and so there's just a lot of student pilot traffic out here, which is great. I mean, great to have the student pilots.
3755 Golf, you can contact Provo Tower.
Over to Provo Tower, 55 Golf. Thanks for your help.
7 minimum time on the stop and go Cirrus less than a mile behind.
Minimum time, what's that?
Sling 3755 Golf is 8 to the west with Delta, full stop.
Experimental 3755 Golf, Pro Terra, left midfield downwind, runway 31.
Left midfield downwind for 3155 Golf. Provo Tower, Sling 3755 Golf is midfield, left downwind 31.
Experimental 55 Golf, roger, following Seminole opposite downwind, just past the approach end.
Okay, looking for that traffic following the Seminole 55 Golf.
Quebec 585, enter left downwind, runway 31, following experimental left midfield downwind.
Following the experimental into the left downwind of 31, crew check 585.
Experimental 55 Golf, Seminole, you're following is turning onto a 1 mile final.
Looking for that Seminole 55 Golf.
Wolf 36, runway 31, taxi Alpha. Helicopter 9 Whiskey Mike, stand downwind.
9 Whiskey Mike, extend downwind.
Experimental 55 Golf, turn base, runway 31, clear to land, Seminole, short final.
Turning base, clear to land for 31, and I've got that traffic in sight, 55 Golf.
Quebec 585, extend downwind, following helicopter opposite downwind.
Extending downwind, crew check 585.
Helicopter 9 Whiskey Mike, following experimental traffic, 1.5 mile left base.
Traffic in sight, we will follow them.
Helicopter 9 Whiskey Mike, follow experimental or full stop number 2, runway 31, clear touch go.
Follow experimental 2 for touch and go.
Wolf 78, frequency change, Provo, see you.
Frequency change, Provo, 78, thanks.
Rounded my final a little bit much here. And to switch fuel tanks, I'm not going to do that right now. Lined up here. Wind check.
Wind 3403. Helicopter 9 Whiskey Mike, start base.
9 Whiskey Mike, starter base.
Quebec 585, turn base, following helicopter, turning onto a 1.5 mile final, number 3, runway 31, clear to land.
Clear to land on 31, number 3 to land, following the helicopter, crew check 585.
Provo Tower, helicopter, 9 Whiskey Mike, requesting a right downwind departure after this touch and go.
Helicopter 9 Whiskey Mike, after touch go, right downwind departure approved.
Right downwind departure approved, 9 Whiskey Mike.
Number 55 Golf, turn right off 4, see parking.
Right Alpha 4 and signature 55 Golf.
Number 55 Golf, roger, taxi signature via left turn on Alpha.
Left turn on Alpha 55 Golf. All right, we're getting ready to depart Provo. Only one of my cameras is working.
Right down on 13, touch go.
The rest of all melted. It's 86 degrees out. Our density altitude is like 7,000 feet.
Traffic time start 749 Delta Sierra, short final runway 13.
Provo traffic, Sling 55 Golf is taking 13, and I'll be departing to the southwest, Provo.
Provo traffic, down star November 749 Delta Sierra, turning right base,
2 right final for 130.
All right, we'll bring in our power here.
Provo traffic, 119 times 119 uniform Victor, entering the downwind 13.
Provo traffic, downwind 112 from Victor. We got 119 uniform Victor traffic, so we'll follow after you guys and enter downwind for full stop.
Ooh, it does feel heavy. That density altitude, I mean, you can really feel it. Oh.
112, you're following 119, correct?
Affirmative, 112, uniform Victor, Provo traffic.
Roger, Provo traffic 4496, Foxtrot's on the upwind, runway 13, we'll extend our upwind a little bit for you guys, Provo.
Thank you.
Provo traffic 496, Foxtrot, turn right crossing 13, we get the traffic to fall on site, Provo.
Provo traffic, I'm with 119 uniform Victor. Got the traffic and final in sight. We'll follow you guys in for touch and go.
Provo traffic, down to 112 uniform Victor at 5,500 and the range is about 45 degrees downwind to right, runway 13.
Provo traffic, 749 Delta Sierra, final runway 13, Provo.
Provo traffic, Sling 55 Golf, turning right crosswind, and I'll be departing to the southwest. Last call, Provo. Approach experimental Sling 3755 Golf, VFR request.
And do you need a speed for United 270?
At 270, 180 or greater to show it to Kern.
180 or greater to Kern, United 270.
And was that 3755 Golf calling approach?
A firm, 3755 Golf, looking to pick up flight following to Medford. I'm about 12 miles west of Provo.
3755 Golf, Salt Lake approach, squawk 0312.
0312, 55 Golf.
Hello, Salt Lake approach, SkyWest 4323, level 15,000, 250 knots. We have kilo.
4323, Salt Lake approach, spectrum runway 35, just going to maintain 13,000.
We'll expect 35, descend and maintain 13,000, SkyWest 4323.
For 55 Golf, radar contact 10 miles southwest, Fairfield VOR, Salt Lake altimeter 29906, stay altitude.
29906, 11.8, climbing 16,500.
And is the identifier for Medford, Mike Foxtrot Romeo?
A firm, 55 Golf.
For 55 Golf, what's your type aircraft?
Sierra Lima Golf 4, Slant Golf.
For 55 Golf, you can resume on navigation, maintain VFR. Do you want flight following with center as well?
Affirmative, 55 Golf.
For 55 Golf, reset transponder, squawk 3106.
3106, 55 Golf.
For 3755 Golf, contact Salt Lake approach 128.1.
128.1, 55 Golf.
At 270, contact tower 118.3.
Good day, United 270.
Center, Sling 3755 Golf.
November 55 Golf, Salt Lake approach, Salt Lake altimeter 29906, say request.
29906, curious if the restricted areas directly to my west are active or if I could proceed direct to the Bonneville VOR.
November 55 Golf, they should be active just below 10,000 feet, so at 10.5 and above you're clear of that. And I'll switch over here to center prior to entering that. They'll be the controlling agency of that for now.
Thanks for your help, 55 Golf.
Delta 1672, contact Salt Lake Center 125.57.
2557, Delta 1672, let's see it.
Fortitude 508, reduce speed to 210 and contact approach 125.7.
Welcome back. All right, so we are above a restricted area out in Nevada, almost to, should have probably known all this ahead of time, almost to Wendover. 16,500, we're making true airspeed of 150 knots. Our ground speed is 136. We've got kind of a quartering headwind, but it's only 18 knots, so it's going to be about a 3.5 hour flight from Provo back to Medford. Not too bad. Pretty bumpy, getting out of Provo, some pretty serious density altitude. I think it was, I want to say it was 7,700 feet density altitude. So the plane felt really heavy getting off the runway and getting out, bumpy, hot, and flight school planes all around. So that was sporty, which, I mean, that's fine. That's all experience. So this was just, this was a great trip for me. You know, I got to go see Evan in Boise. Got to give the plane a really close looking over for its annual. Popped into Provo to visit both my kids. So fun to see them doing so well. They're just thriving. It's really kind of funny as a parent of kids who've just left the home. You know, it's a little bittersweet when you realize that they're okay without you. You know, you want them to be, but there's part of you that's like, oh no, they're not at all dependent on me anymore. So anyway, they're not at all dependent on us anymore, and so it was great. Got in to see them. They're wonderful. They're full-grown people now and doing their own things, and that was awfully fun for us. For me. Chelsea didn't get to join me on this trip. Hopefully she'll get to come with me on the next one. She's off on another trip in Florida right now, so I miss her, miss flying with her, but I don't think she would have enjoyed crawling around underneath the airplane yesterday. So again, it's just that general aviation time machine. Woke up Friday morning in Medford, flew to Boise, spent a day working on the plane in Boise, hopped back on, flew to Provo, spent an evening, had dinner with my kids, hung out with them today, went and did some flying with Tate and a buddy of his today, and then back in the airplane by 5 o'clock, and I'll be back home in time to watch the football game tonight. So lots of fun, just a great great opportunity to get out, fly, enjoy the scenery, and enjoy my loved ones.
Level 380, smooth.
All right, we're about an hour and a half out of Medford, still in Nevada, but about to cross into Oregon. And we're picking up a little bit of precipitation. We were cruising at 16,500.
392 Whiskey Charlie, Whiskey Pass, 15,600 for 15,000.
Medevac to Whiskey Charlie, Flight Center, welcome. This one our pilot supposed to maintain 12,000, when I'm at altimeter 2987, advise us the weather.
15-4 for 12,000, and I will advise for 2 Whiskey Charlie.
16,500 was working fine for us, making good speed, nice comfortable ride. A few bumps here and there, but no big deal. But we were below freezing. Are still below freezing, so we're descending now. I went ahead and turned my pitot heat on, and I'm going to try and get down to where I'm at least above freezing temperatures. Don't want rain falling on the plane, kind of ice accumulating, super cooled water droplets, anything like that that causes serious problems with the aerodynamics of the plane. So it's going to slow down the trip because I can't go as fast at these lower altitudes, and we'll likely get a little more bumpy, I guess. In fact, some of the bumps are starting to come in now, just because we're getting closer to the mountains and stuff. Still picking up some more of this mechanical turbulence that you don't get up at the higher levels, but
6063.
Ice is the worst thing.
Coming right in the box, 720.
Always avoid ice. So we're going to descend, get down to where the air is a little bit warmer, and we don't have to worry about the water freezing onto the plane. That's what's going on for now. I'll check back in with you later. All right, so we had to descend even more. and it is starting to rock us around a little bit. There's some pretty heavy precipitation off to the northwest of us right now, but still pretty light where we are right now. If you can see here on our weather, you can see the precip up to the northwest. I think we're going to end up going through just a little bit of the tail end of that, but I'm looking at the clouds. There's no towering cumulus clouds or anything like that, and so shouldn't be running into any kind of dangerous turbulence. No lightning, no convection, none of that kind of stuff, but precipitation still, something to be alert about. So we're also descending a little bit more because we still haven't reached the freezing 32 degrees Fahrenheit is what I'm looking for, and we're descending through 13,800 for 12,500, and it's still 30 degrees outside, so still freezing right now, and I want to get down to where it's not freezing.
463, level 450.
So that's my report for now. It's beautiful. If I can enjoy it while I'm bouncing around. All right. So I got handed off to Seattle Center from Salt Lake Center. And we're under these rain clouds, just picking up a little bit of light precipitation here and there. I think it's mostly virga, meaning it's rain that doesn't make it all the way to the ground. But I wouldn't know because I'm not on the ground, but it's very light. We got our temperature up, so we're up to 36 degrees. So I'm not concerned about icing any longer. It slowed us down a little bit, but actually the winds weren't as bad down here either, so it was almost a wash. But, it also, when you're flying lower like this, in addition to generally the rougher rides, the fact that you're maybe not going to be going as fast, you've got fewer options as far as if there were a problem, like an engine out, something like that. My glide distance is just not as far. I can't make it to as many airports. When I'm up 16,000, 17,000 feet, there's a lot of airports that are within my glide range. So that's one of the reasons I like flying up there. But so far so good here. We're about an hour out, and we're at 12,500, and we're not going to start our descent for another 45 minutes. So that's why I'm on oxygen. You're required, if you're a pilot, to receive or have supplemental oxygen if you're at 12,500 feet or above. Well, 12,500 feet, you're required if you're there for 30 minutes or more. And I know I'm going to probably be here for at least another 45 minutes, so I'm going to keep my supplemental oxygen. Besides that, the oxygen's just nice. It makes me feel more alert, makes me feel better, and so that's why I use it. All right, here we are at 10,500, and we're kind of racing a thunderstorm. It's not, I guess, a group of thunderstorms that have formed in Northern California, kind of over Mount Shasta around
Tower
the...
123 Alpha Papa, South Center radar contact, 3 miles south of Crest City Airport, by the published mist, accept on maintain 5,000.
around Siskiyou County, and it's moving north at a pretty good clip, about 20 miles an hour right now. And we are about 45 minutes from Medford. So I think we're going to beat it by a good bit, but I don't know, kind of a fun race, I guess. It's one you definitely want to win. We definitely have to beat the thunderstorms coming in. I can see them out there. In fact, I can see Shasta is just completely covered in rain. The clouds are above it, but the rain is pretty heavy coming down over it. I'll try and get some video of that. And it looks really nice, actually, up in the Rogue Valley. Looks great. We're about 15 minutes from Klamath Falls, and then we should make it into Medford before too much longer. Anyway, it's been a great flight. It's been kind of fun, a little exciting. Approach Sling 3755 Golf has Yankee and Medford.
Number 55 Golf, thank you.
You're welcome. I actually really enjoy the interaction with these controllers. They're all, I mean, just to a letter, they're all very professional, very helpful. You really do get the sense that the controllers want to help the pilots. They want to help the pilots be safe. They want to help the pilots, you know, in any way that they can, and they're just great. But I will admit, when I was learning to fly, when I was becoming a pilot, the interaction with the controllers was difficult because I'm not sure I understood necessarily that they were actually there to help me. I kind of felt like they were there to catch me screwing up. And you know, it's kind of a different language, so it's a little bit intimidating to start with, but I really do appreciate the air traffic controllers that we have, all of the ones that I've dealt with. Sometimes when you get in around the bigger cities, I think they're just, you know, they're so overloaded on the aircraft that they're dealing with. I think sometimes they can get a little short, even get after some pilots if they're not on top of it, but that's completely understandable too. I mean, they're professionals. They want the pilots to at least act like professionals as well. Medford Tower, Sling 3755 Golf is 10 miles east of you with Yankee.
Number 3755 Golf, Medford Tower, good evening. Report a 3-mile right base, runway 32.
Good evening to you, and 3-mile right base for 3255 Golf. I was just talking about how much I enjoy these air traffic controllers. So friendly. Like, welcome home. Tower, Sling 3755 Golf, curious if I can enter a right downwind for 32 instead of right base.
55 Golf approved as requested. Report midfield right downwind.
We'll report midfield right downwind for 3255 Golf. Well, looks like my GoPro camera finally ran out of battery. So no fun watching me land through this, so I'm going to just cut it out.